try, let me take my time. I've been going down tonight, I don't want to try, let me take my time. I've been going down tonight, I don't want to try, let me take my time. I've been going down tonight, I don't want to try, let me take my time. I've been going down tonight, I don't want to try, let me take my time. I've been going down tonight, let me take my time.
I've been known to miss a red flag. I've been known to put my lover on a pedestal.
Who's there? Who's there?
Those things just don't last. And it's time I take my rose-colored glasses off. I already know your type, telling me the things I like, trying to make me yours for life, taking me for a ride. I already know your type, think you play your cards right. Don't you know
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Dance on, dance on, dance on, dance on, dance on,
Dance on.
What's up? What's up?
Was a time when that shit might have worked. Was a time when I just threw a match and let
If you don't know it, guys, this is the remix I did for Dua Lipa. Enjoy it.
I still like dancing with the lessons I already learned. I already know your type, telling me the things I like, trying to make me yours for life, taking me for a ride. I already know your type, think you play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance on, dance on? Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm gonna fall for an
on fire in the chat. What's up? Well, if anybody didn't know, this is the remix I did for the Dua Lipa Illusion remix competition. I was a finalist of that remix competition, but sadly, they announced the winners last Friday, and I'm not a winner. Well, things happen. To be honest, if I'm honest with you, I thought I was going to be a winner. I really thought they had a chance to win, but in the end that depends just on the taste of the person that there is listening to the Dua Lipa and their team, but also depends on maybe what they won with that remix competition or what they won with those remixes, so maybe they didn't want a heavy track or whatever, I just didn't win. Anyway, just to let you know, I want to try to release this remix. I know that sometimes in Skio what they do is they release the remixes of all the finalists, not only of the winners. So I'm still waiting. I still have a bit of hope. If not, well, I will try to release it. I don't know if as a Dua Lipa remix or maybe, because if I release it like that, I cannot release it on Spotify or Apple Music and I would love to. So maybe I do a cover and try to release it as a cover. That would be also pretty nice. Anyway, today I just uploaded an Instagram reel or TikTok if you're Spanish. And would be awesome if you leave some support there, just liking, maybe sharing with your friends, if, I don't know, in your stories, if you really like it, something like this, and tagging Dua Lipa. Maybe this helps also to Dua Lipa really check it and see that you really want it, and maybe, who knows, maybe we can release it as an official remix. That would be crazy. Okay, so, well, that's the thing. I'm just gonna share with you maybe the link of the reel, but it's just my last post on Instagram. Okay, but really, I really need your support on this one, because who knows, maybe I can release it, and it's going pretty well right now on socials. So, well, on Instagram and TikTok is not going well at all. I don't know why. Sometimes happen like this, but yeah, maybe just go drop a like, a comment, or tag Dua Lipa, and maybe let's see if you can release it. Okay. Honestly, release this as a free release if Dua Lipa doesn't hear it. Yeah, as I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna release it as a remix, like an official, just on my SoundCloud and drop it on Hyped or something like this, or try to release it as a cover. So this way I can release it on Spotify and those sites, because that would be better, in my opinion. I would love to have it on my Spotify. Does anyone know how and where we can send tracks? I will say it just in 1 second, okay? At least you were a finalist, man. Already a great achievement. Yeah, it's an achievement. It's like, yeah. How's the expression? ¿Alguien sabe cómo es la expresión de la miel en los labios? I don't know the expression. We have an expression in Spanish that is dejar con la miel en los labios. That means like leaving the honey in the lips. And it's like when, yeah, I like, okay, yeah, I'm a finalist, but I'm not a winner, so it's like, fuck. How did the track not win? I don't know. Do you know who won? Yes, they got announced. Repeat was one of them, and I don't know the other two guys. I mean, I know who won, but I don't know who they are. Never heard about them. And well, I'm not gonna say if they deserve it more or less than me or things like this, because I think that would be like, I want to keep that for myself, if I really think I should be a winner or not, or if they deserve it more than me, because obviously I don't want to throw hate or shit on anybody else. Feedback session today? Yes. For the ones that didn't come on the last live stream, I said that from now on I'm gonna do it a bit different. The live streams, what I'm gonna do is 2 weeks feedback, 1 remixing a song live, and 1 a DJ set. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do from now on the live streams. I love Spanish people. Thank you, I guess. I released a remix of Sky Full Stars on YouTube and I got like 11k views in just 17 days, and still it's getting views. Yeah, I don't know what to do, because if I release it as a remix, maybe I can get more views on YouTube. Maybe I can get more supports on 1001 tracklist and by other DJs. But I can release it on Spotify, and I would love to release it there, you know. So I don't know. I'm like, what should I do? What should I do, you know? Maybe what I can do is release it as a cover on Spotify and so with a quite close vocal. And then on YouTube, maybe release it as a remix and send this remix to the normal remix to DJs for support, because they will support more the original remix than a cover. Maybe do it like that, you know. Yeah. Damn, that's a fire remix. You're gonna release it? I'm just talking about that the whole time. Release as an official remix. But if I release as an official remix, I cannot release it on Spotify, and I really want to release it on Spotify. Am I loud enough? I need to turn up the volume of the mic. Released a fairly mediocre remix of Just a Dream and got 5 million views and counting. What? That's crazy, man. On YouTube. COWL. Cowell. Whoa, nearly Just a Dream. 5 million. What the fuck? Me han bajado el remix de SoundCloud. ¿De qué? ¿De Dua Lipa? Eso me interesa también. Alcu. ¿Te han bajado el remix de Dua Lipa de SoundCloud? At 5 million views, but only 15k likes is so small ratio. Wow. Yeah, I got like a 180k views from I'm Blue remix. Yeah, but the I'm Blue, the thing is that, well, I'm Blue is I'm Blue, dabba die, or is that one the David Guetta did the remix? Yeah, right. From Blue, because the David Guetta did happened to a friend also that made the remix, and then David Guetta released Blue. So his remix got huge. YouTube is where everyone's at. Not really. Nada de otra, pero de ahí mismo esquío, vale. Does SoundCloud support unofficial remix? My remix of Children the song got taken down because it was not official. It depends on the original artist and the rights they have and things like this, and how different is your version to the original version and stuff like that. It's copyright free right now, I think. Which one? Bro, can I send the link? YouTube in general? Or what? Bro, can you send the link for feedback here? Yeah. Before starting with the feedback, I want to mention 2 things. One is that, well, I know usually I say the same thing, but is the live stream going on? Yes, okay. I don't know if you know what happened in Valencia, but it's chaos, pure chaos. So I've gone twice there to help people, to help clean the houses, the streets, and so. I'm also probably going this weekend. So well, I don't have I don't have that much time to work on my stuff, job in general, because I'm spending time there. So well, the live stream today is gonna be probably 2 hours like usual, but not more. Sometimes I go 2:30, something like this. I just want to warn you because obviously I need to do a lot of stuff that I cannot do because of those things. Walker, you the best, dude. Thank you so much. And the second thing, apart from what I was saying of the Dua Lipa remix and blah blah, is that, oh yeah, if you didn't know, if you have not watched my last YouTube video that I recommend you should watch, well, Gumroad, the website I was releasing all my packs, the sample packs, the sound banks, the MIDI packs, the FL Studio projects, all of this, is no longer accepting PayPal payments. So as a lot of you, also me, like to use PayPal to buy all those things, because maybe, I don't know, you mix for somebody else, so they pay you in PayPal, so then you use this money from PayPal to pay all the things, So I decided to change the website, and now Gumroad is still working, but I have a title saying, hey, the new store is at PayHip, and I have the link. So at PayHip right now, well, I think it's the same. I think it looks a bit cooler, but especially on PayHip right now, just to, well, you can pay with PayPal, just to start, like a launching offer. I have a 50% discount in everything, half of the price on everything, on my Soundbank, Volume 1, Volume 2, in my FL Studio projects, in the Atmospheres pack, the Builders pack 1, Volumes pack 2, Course MIDIs, Melody MIDIs, all of that, 50% discount, okay? I'm gonna put the link right here, so maybe you can go and check it. Was this the comment? New store? Yes. I also share it on YouTube. Okay, so maybe you can go and check it because, well, it's half of the price, so it's pretty worth it for you. But also, yeah, I mentioned that, for example, the Soundbank Volume 1 is on discount, 50% off. But I want to let you know that if you become a Patreon member, you have that one, the Soundbank Volume 1, completely free, but also you have an exclusive Soundbank completely free, and you have 31 sample packs, well, 31 packs in general, including the sample packs of my songs, exclusive packs, including the stems of some of my songs. You have 4 FOPs of my Rambo remix of System Overload, an early version of it, of Martin Garrix type song I did on YouTube, and another one that I don't remember right now. And I don't know, apart from exclusive tips I share just on Telegram, apart from way more specific and detailed feedback than I do here. So just to let you know, think about going on Patreon, because I think it's really worth it. For the price of getting, for example, normal price, okay, without the discount, for getting the Soundbank Volume 2 and the both Soundbanks, Volume 1 and Volume 2, you get all the things I mentioned. So it's super worth it, So think about that. I'm also gonna put here, maybe, I don't know if I have that comment of Patreon. Do you have it? Yeah. So I also share it in case you want it, okay? What are you talking about? What do you think of Garrix putting 178 hours with full mixer channels and channel rack for one song low? That's overdone at least. Is the end result good? Then does it really matter the time he spent? Sometimes you can make a song in 15 hours, sometimes takes 180. 180 hours is not that much if you think about it. It's like 10 hours a day, 2 weeks. And if you redo the project, if you rework on the project a lot of times and maybe change the chords, maybe you have to work a lot on the vocal, maybe you work a lot on the sound design, can be easy to spend all that time, you know. And well, with that being said, let me share the email for feedback. If he is the first in the world and it works, then we can take notes, I guess. Harwo, I think he spent 15 hours to make a Spaceman. And look where Spaceman took him. It doesn't matter the time you spend on a song. It just matters the end result. I mean, it doesn't matter anything, guys. You need to think about this. There's a lot of people saying, no, you cannot boost on the EQ. You always need to cut because the algorithm of boosting is shit. Nobody knows. Do you boost and it sounds good? Continue. No, you cannot compress more than certain dBs. Does it really matter? No. No, you cannot EQ a lot on the master. When you listen to a song, you don't know if there's a mastering, there's EQ on the mastering process, or if it's everything done in the mixing. You don't know it. It's impossible to know it. It's literally impossible if you don't see the project. So it doesn't matter. No, you cannot. I don't know. You cannot use wideners. Does it work? It sounds good. Continue. Nobody knows what you do in a project unless they see the project. Okay? And nobody knows how many time you spend on a project unless they see the project. Or the tracks you have, or the layers you have. Do you want to have 10 layers for the bassline? If it sounds good, let's go. 10 layers. Do you want to have 1 layer for the bassline? If it sounds good, let's go. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. People on Instagram, and in this live stream, if you want feedback or check the songs I'm reviewing, all of this, go to Twitch or go to YouTube. You have both options. See you there. I don't want to. Look, guys, I'm gonna give you one tip for socials, okay? Before we start with the feedback. I always upload an Instagram reel or an Instagram story saying that I'm live, okay? And I share the link there. What happens? Yesterday I uploaded a story about Valencian thing, the where it was, you know, that there are some towns and some parts of different towns and cities that are still destroyed, like last week. Well, if you don't know what happened, you should check it, but wow, this is the picture I took. It was freaking chaotic. This is a street where the car should go, you know. All of this is mud, and all of these are house things because they cannot use them anymore, the entire houses. So it worked really well. I didn't meant to do it like this, okay? I just wanted to share it, just so people know it. But then, before 24 hours passed, I uploaded another story about my new reels. This story is going quite well because the previous one worked pretty well. So if now I upload a story of doing a live stream that usually they don't work well, especially if I have a link that send people outside Instagram don't work well, that one is going to work so bad, and it's also going to affect the previous story that is the one sending people to the Instagram reel, and I want people to go to that reel. So I prefer to don't upload that story and try to push the story I have about the reel, you know. So you need to think about these things. Okay, do I want to promote something? So maybe I shouldn't have stupid stories that are not giving any attention, are not getting the attention of the people, and not giving any reaction or things like this. You need to think about all of this when you want to promote things. Okay, and apart from this, people, start sending your songs. Come on. Maybe I should pin the comment on YouTube, so it's where you have it. I'm getting used to EQ a lot. Sometimes boost hitting around 6 dBs on the highs, about 5k, and it sounds great. Let's go. Are there ways to make Ross tail kicks more modern? Example, adding a crunch layer to the tail, using different punch. If you don't really know how to make hardstyle kicks, maybe what you can do is sorry. Maybe you should go for kick builder sample packs, if that makes sense. For example, the ones from On Point Samples. I reviewed them in the past. Sorry, it was important. I reviewed them in the past and they're really good. So with that one, you can just take, for example, the punch, the crunch, the tail, the body, you know, and you combine from 1,000 different ones, and then you combine them and you have your own kick. Or you can just make your own kick and then add these touches to make it more unique or to make yours better, you know. I also make my bass and high sub stereo. Okay, it sounds good. Let's go. How things are well. In my area, didn't happen anything. It almost didn't rain at all. But that's like where everything happened is like 60 to 90 kilometers to the north. So like 40 minutes by car, something like this. But this, I mean, if you check, just go on TikTok or the news, I mean, it's massive. It's town's completely destroyed. It's completely destroyed. And if you go there, luckily I didn't see any, how to say it, any bodies in the streets. You know what I mean? But I've seen everything else, and it's the other day my sister went to help to a house, and in that house there was an old man that the mud right now is toxic, you know. The water and the mud is toxic right now. So there was one old man that had a small cut on his foot. The mud and the water was touching the foot, so it got an infection and they had to amputate the foot, for example. Can I send more than one song? No. The blood is toxic. the mood, sorry. Okay, let me just organize this shit. Sending songs in more than one email with one song. No, it's the same. If you send me 3 emails with 3 songs, it's sending 3 songs. Okay, so I guess we should start. No subscriptions on Twitch, so for now there's no priorities. So maybe Alku, it's true that you usually are here, and I usually don't check your song, so maybe I'm just gonna start with yours, because I remember your name. You're here. You're active. That's something I always recommend you guys. If you are active, it's not because I want you to talk in the chat, but if you're active, I remember your names, and if I remember your names, it's like, okay, this person is always here, he's always supporting, so maybe I should check his song or her song. I took another tail from a kick with a good crunch. I've located it at 200 hertz. Alright, that's cool. What advice would you give to yourself if you started making music a year ago? Well, if I started making music 1 year ago, or if I started making music right now, the advice would be the same. I would do 3 things. Okay? 3 things if I started right now making music. The first one, watching a lot of tutorials and downloading a lot of FOPs from those tutorials to learn as much as possible. Okay, but analyzing those tutorials. Analyzing, okay, what is that this person explaining? EQ, what is he doing? He or she doing this. Okay, let's go and try it. Let's go to FL Studio, Ableton, Logic, and put that on practice. Practice that, you know? Let's try what this person said. Reverb, the same thing. Sound design, the same thing. Making this style of music, the same thing. The second thing I would do is practice as much as possible. If you, let's say you need 100 hours to be a pro, it's not like that, you need way more, but let's say 100 hours. If you work 1 hour a week, you need 100 weeks. 100 weeks is 2 years to be a pro. If you work 5 hours a week, that's 20 hours a month. So in 5 months, you have 100 hours. So you are a pro in 5 months. You know the difference? How big it is? And 3, I would use reference stems as much as possible. But I have a video that I will upload. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know if inside this month or already in December about this, but that is what really makes me go from here to here on quality. So just stay tuned, okay? With all of that being said, let's start with the feedback. This water tastes rare. All right, I put it like this. Let me see. So dark. Okay. Camera is good. Yes. Chat is good. Yes. Screen, the border is good. This border is good. This is good. Yeah. This is good. Yes. This is good. Yes. This is good. Yes. Email, Dropbox. No nudes. No personal pictures. No stupid things. All right. Let's go with Alku remix of Sigala, Living Without You. Are this time usually without any processing? No. I want the sound, the finalist sound possible. Finalist sound, the most final sound possible. I heard low cutting kicks change its phase. Yes. Instead you should low phase. What do you think about it? It's true. But sometimes changing the phase is not bad if you do it in the mixing. Maybe it just sounds different, but if it works, it works. Oh, let me put this here because otherwise I don't know if I'm muted or not. I need another screen. Okay.
We've spoken for weeks and so much has changed. I've been feeling the pieces, but I still can't find my place.
Okay, I guess the vocals are extracted with AI. They have this kind of ghost frequency color.
You thought you knew me well.
Maybe what you can do to not let me hear it that much is try to boost a bit more the highs, reduce the volume of the vocal, and try to cover more the space in the instrumental. So this way you can try to get a fuller sound that masks this kind of AI touch on the vocal.
But there's one thing I didn't tell you.
Woo! What is this?
Didn't tell you.
Is this from the original vocal?
I'd rather take the pain 'cause it's easier to live with.
This sounds really bad.
Tell you.
Whoa, I don't like it at all. For example, in my Dua Lipa remix, Dua Lipa has the is a and so night, you know, things like dance so night, and that night is like dissonant, and I didn't like it at all, so I decided to discard it, and I made like dance on, dance on, dance on, dance on, just that.
You. I'd rather take the pain 'cause it's easier to live without you, without you. Yeah, I hide my head in shame 'cause it's easier to live without you, without you. Swallow the pride and leave all the bad things behind us. Yeah, I'd rather take the pain 'cause it's easier to live without you, without you.
The idea is not bad at all. First, I would try to give here any kind of uplifting feeling, like just maybe a noise uplifter, and maybe a small snare roll, like in the background. Not really loud, like in the background filter or something. So it's where you know that something like a drop is coming. And then here, the da-da-da, and I expected a kind of more melodic drop, but then it's like, well, it's melodic, but I expected another kind of sound, I think, with that da-da-da, more pluggy, maybe, I don't know. Okay, the stab, the pang, needs a lot more reverb and maybe add another layer more fatter, distorted, and raise the volume. Right now it's like really dry, really like pang. And I feel like it's missing something, maybe more ambient sound or something. Try to check maybe Blur tracks and see what he's doing to make it sound fuller. I would try to add a bigger reverb on the vocal. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you need to remove this reverb. Okay, sometimes what I do with the vocals, I got this from reggaeton artists. Reggaeton artists, what they do is they try to add 2 or 3 reverbs in the vocal. And maybe you're like, what? This is crazy. People always say that you need to add just one reverb for the entire sound, for all the sounds. Well, it depends. In the end, what you want is to achieve a type of sound, you know? And sometimes what they do is they have 3 reverbs. One really short. This short one is gonna add body to it, like 1 second, something like this of decay. Another one that is like the reverb that you really hear, the maybe 3-4 seconds of decay. And then an extra one that maybe is 7 to 10 seconds. Usually what I do with this one is I make it quite bright, you know, focused on the high frequencies, and it's really quiet. But this one is gonna cover a lot of space and it's gonna give a bit more depth to the vocal without pushing the vocal to the background, if that makes sense, you know? So maybe here I would add another reverb with a longer decay to try to get a fuller, bigger, with more depth sound.
The clouds started laughing when I said let's make it work. Alright, so how are you doing?
This kick is way too loud, and also I would filter it.
How are you doing? Are you sleeping at night?
Filter the highs.
Cause I've been awake for days. No, I'm not giving up this fight. Oh yeah, you thought you knew me well, but there's one thing I didn't
You see, this part is really empty.
tell you.
Ugh, I don't like that at all, that part of the vocal.
I'd rather take the pain cause it's easier than living without you. Without you. Yeah, I hide my head in shame cause it's easier than living without you. Without you. Swallow my pride and leave all the bad days behind us. Yeah, I'd rather take the pain cause it's easier than living without you.
That pow is cool, but it's way too loud. Way too loud. I think it has potential. The idea is good. I just think it needs more energy in the drop and cover more space in the entire song and, well, the things I said. But I think the idea has potential. It's pretty good one. And if you started it just yesterday, really cool. Really cool. Okay. No subscriptions yet, so maybe you can do a number game. So this way we can choose the next song to check. If for people that is new, number game, I'm just gonna think on one number. If you guess this number, you get the feedback. And as I always say, if you are on YouTube, Sadly, you have less chances of winning because YouTube has more latency when doing a live stream, and also I have more latency to receive your comments. So there's double of latency problems that give you less chances of winning. Okay. So well, number game. All right, the number I'm thinking is between 1 and 30. De nada, Alcu. Okay, we got it. The number was 21, and the first one saying 21 is Bilal Rashid. Rashid Bilal. Okay. Lego. Yellow, baro, sim. Yellow, baro, shipping. Yellow, Lamborghini. I think this kick is way too. This snare here is way too big room, or too progressive house. It's not really techno, so I would change this snare. I think you need to add another top kick, like more distorted, more noisy, more pff, you know, more techno-ish on top of this one. This one is a bit too clean for techno. Maybe I would make the main synth, the melody synth, a little bit louder and with less sidechain. Maybe when you raise the sidechain, it already feels louder because there's more moments or a bigger part of the beat that it's sounding, so it feels louder because of that. Because right now I feel like too much the ducking on the volume, and when it's doing that thing on the melody is a bit weird. Maybe this this one I would try to add a lot of reverb and delay, push it to the background to cover a lot of space, but not be like the main sound. Here I can see some trance vibes, but I feel it's not trance enough. Trance is usually pretty full, pretty strong. It sounds with a lot of reverb, with the space. But right now this feels really small and like, yeah, like needs more reverb, more sound, more fullness, more noise. I would have any kind of, I don't know, it's like, okay, you have the snares there, but it's like there's not enough contrast between this build up and the drop. I expect more like a cha, you know, or any kind of thing. Maybe instead of a snare, you can add a clap with rear, like to add with the snares, you know, something like this to let me know better that the drop is coming and have a bigger impact when it comes. I also think the I don't know if I upload the drums need to sound a bit fuller, especially the hi-hat, and so I don't know if I upload. Let me check. Okay, no, it's a video I just recorded, but I didn't upload it yet. I'm going to upload really soon a video on Instagram about how to make fatter drums. Actually, I made it. If I'm not wrong, that video is I made on a I made it on a techno song actually, so it can help you, okay, to make it sound stronger, sound fuller, and so. But the idea is good, man. The idea is good. Okay, fuck, I'm so tired. Yesterday was crazy. I'm going to Valencia to help. I just had to walk from the car. 40 minutes to arrive to the place, then all the work, and then 40 minutes back walking. And then when I came here, I decided to go to the gym, so I'm still really exhausted. Do you realize that I'm always tired? That every last time I'm like, I need a coffee, I need something, I don't know, coffee again, like last live stream. You see. I think I'm going to get a coffee because right now I'm like fully exhausted. My girlfriend is arriving home soon, I guess. Maybe I asked her to make me a coffee, but she doesn't really know how to make coffees because she doesn't like coffee, so she doesn't use the coffee machine. But yeah. Okay. Another song, come on, another number game. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 30. No energy drink, no, because the only one I have is Monster and it's too big, and no, not for this time. Nobody's saying it. Between 1 and 30. Nobody yet. I don't know why nobody's going to say it. Okay, we got it finally. The number was 30. And the first one is Byron. Byron, what's your email name? I don't see anybody called Byron. Maybe by the link. Byron? Yeah. Byrones Argirides. Morata de King, Forza Milan sempre. Techno? I just like look into the chat and look into the song. I just saw this like really quick, and I only saw this and this, and I thought it was a dick. Okay, I'm a 5 years old guy. Okay, here there's a click. Here, there's a click, and then it sounds, and then at the end it also has a click. There, it got it. And also distorting a bit. I think this needs to sound really soft, really clean, without distortion at all. Apart from that, I think all this part is way too long. I don't know what you have here, but you should arrive earlier, because otherwise you're gonna lose the attention of the listener here. Maybe you're gonna start from here and have this like. Yeah, I think starting here is enough. Yeah, man, it's distorting. I don't know if it's because of the mastering or the mixing or what, but you need to try to solve this. Actually, I'm uploading a video this Sunday that maybe can help you to detect better the distortion, so this way you can avoid it. Apart from this, I feel like it's evolving too slow, and especially... Okay, if it's techno, I think it needs to evolve way faster and try to give the rhythm faster. You need to think that techno is meant to be for usually underground parties, and in those parties people don't want to stop dancing, you know. So even if you have a breakdown, you need to have a kick or rhythm in that breakdown. You can have parts without it, but more like small moments. I hear too much high frequencies here. Okay, first, the kick is way too loud. You can easily hear just with the waveform, but the kick is way too loud. But, yeah, the kick doesn't have enough sub-frequencies, in my opinion, so it doesn't sound heavy enough. But especially the bass. Where's the bass? I hear a little bit of the mid bass, but I don't hear a sub-bass. Making it sound really heavy, really strong, you know? Also, as Legend is saying, he says, where's the sidechain? I wouldn't have a really strong sidechain, like da 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 da. No, but some sidechain to give a bit of pumping effect that usually gives a good rhythm to the song. Especially what I feel is missing is a lot of low end. Justo. Hola. Vale. ¿Es un coral?
De Punta Cana.
Ah, qué guay. Yeah, man, if you reduce the kick and you add a lot of bass, it's gonna sound 10 times better. Hello, Miss Crow. This acid synth is getting super loud. And for me, this part right now, I don't know if it's a drop, but it feels like a break with a kick. Maybe because it doesn't have that much bass, because it doesn't have the sidechain. I don't know, but it doesn't feel as a drop for me. Then if you take this sauce compared to the choirs, they are also really quiet. What I think this song needs, well, let me just finish. Yeah, definitely what this song needs is first have a stronger kick, a kick with a lot more bass, lower frequencies, and a proper sub bass that covers a lot of a space. That's gonna make it sound really heavy. It's really important, especially in techno. But then is balance the volumes. And for this, I recommend you just to have a reference song and try to follow the same volumes that song has. Try to find a song that sounds similar with if it has a choir sound as main sound, even better. And then just try, okay, let's try to match the kicks, and then from the kicks you listen to the reference song, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna focus on how loud is the bass. Okay, now I put the kick and the bass in my song and try to have the same volume. Okay, you compare before A-B, and check it. Okay, is it loud enough, the bass? No? Okay, let's make it louder. Yes? Okay, let's keep it there. Let's go to the choirs. Let's go to the claps, and all of this. In the entire song, I think is what you really need in this track. Alright, is there anyone here that last week was in the live stream and didn't get the feedback? Let's go, I'm only 6k points away from priority feedback. You were here, November? At Rhythm. Wow, but that legend, that means that you didn't come to the latest live streams. No, X Music. And if you're not in the live stream, I don't give you feedback. Well, let's do another number game. Number I'm thinking. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 20. Okay, we got it. It was 17, and the first one is At Rhythm. I'm gonna play this track and I'm going to get a coffee, okay? And then I listen again. Please forgive me. I really need it. back. Oh, let's see if this coffee helps me. How's the song? Is it good? And Juno Beats vibes. There's some resonance in the leads, especially in the mids. Let's see. I think the mid bass or Reese bass is a bit loud compared to the ARP and the synth. And also as the build-up is going, I would filter especially the Reese bass. I like these other synths that are doing another melody, more kind of warm, but I think they have too much mid frequencies and they are a little bit loud. I like that change in the chords and bass progression, it's really good. Maybe to enhance the change in the bass progression and chords, maybe you could make this previous part more kind of another build-up with snares and more uplifters, and maybe opening the synth as this part is going, and then in this part right now with the new bass progression, you have the synth more open. I think the idea so far is really good, man, but what I think definitely needs is a vocal. And you know what I always say? You can use Vocalify. With my code you get a 10% discount. This way you get a vocal really fast and with all the stems, really professional. And even if you buy the cheapest license, they are way less overused than Splice. So that's also important. Maybe the noise effects here are a bit loud. Make the kick and the snare a little bit louder, and on the snare I think it needs a bit more noise and reverb, especially the reverb. Maybe try to focus it on the high frequencies, and I think that is gonna make it sound way bigger and way more like boom cha, like really giving the energy to this song. Really good one, man. The idea is really good. I think it needs more work on the mix and sound maybe a little bit tighter and cleaner and a vocal, but really good idea. I really like it. Well done. What else? Where should I check? I'm going to check November. Okay, right now the vocal is eating the space of all the other sounds. Okay, I think the instrumental doesn't sound bad, but right now the vocal is taking all the place. So first I would reduce the volume of the vocal, try to make it tighter. When you have drums, for example, to make them tighter, what you can do is use a transient processor and reduce the release. When you're working with the vocal, that doesn't really work because the vocal is not sound that has an attack and a tail, you know, like a punch and a tail. It's more of a constant sound. So what usually helps to make vocal sound tighter is reducing a little bit on the mids, like between 4 and 800 hertz, something like this. You reduce there and it's going to sound a bit tighter, you know. So I think maybe that can help a little bit, but then especially what you need to do is to reduce a lot the reverb. This reverb is way too big. Thank you, Isaac. Things happen. I didn't win the remix competition, no problem. I will try to release it by myself as a remix or as a cover, and try to do another remix competition. And as right now, I'm going to do one remix. Usually it's going to be a remix on a live stream every month. Maybe what I do is I participate in all the remix competitions I can. So it's way I got the chances of winning any of those competitions. That usually is good to participate in them, you know. Way too much reverb. That sub drop, the 2 is too loud, but I don't think it's the biggest problem here. You have like a noise ambient sound or something that it has a lot of low end, low frequencies, that make it really dirty. It's like in the background that doesn't really help. I like the melody or harp in the background and the bass progression. Like the previous song, I think you need to make the kick maybe add an extra punch, but on the snare you need to make it louder, add a bit more high frequencies and noise and more reverb to it to make it stand out a lot more in the mix, you know. And then maybe on this synth, the main synth, you can make it. I will make it a little bit more quiet and try to open more the cutoff. Try to make it brighter. Even if later you maybe open it to add evolution, I think you should start from a more open sound.
I would
think it's good. In general, I think it needs way less mid frequencies. I think the rest is quite good, and the idea is really good. Just try to get a cleaner mix, especially in the mids. Hola, Wildcrow, te compartí el archivo directo desde Dropbox. Igual cuenta. Si es el link, sí. Alright. I don't know. Sometimes I'm thinking about stopping on Twitch. I think it's better than YouTube, to be honest. But I think like this, okay? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If, for example, if you are a subscriber and you go to YouTube, you open YouTube and you see I'm live and you see 10 people, maybe you don't join the live stream because like it doesn't feel like it's a good live stream just because it doesn't have enough viewers, you know? But why? Because it's divided on Twitch and YouTube. But if you open YouTube and you see my live stream and you see 40 people, 50 people, maybe you join. So in the end, more people is going to join. So in the end, there's going to be more people than both combined, you know? So I'm thinking just to go to YouTube, but yeah, Twitch I think is way better. So what would you do? You really think like this? Do you think this really happens, or is it just me that I'm just overthinking? I was saying that I just started making music and posted some tracks, but I don't know if my music sounds any good, so I'm kind of lost. You just need to keep working, man. You're not going to be at Tomorrowland in 1 year. You're not going to be releasing in a Stamp or Revealed Records or the Hexagon or big labels in 1 year. Not at all. You need to think like this. You're going to have to spend a lot of time every day, every week, every month, and then maybe in 2-3 years you're going to start making good music. Until then, you just need to work. But if you don't have all these years of shit, you're not going to reach the point of where your song is good. I will never know if you were streaming on Twitch, Lo. I love your YouTube videos. That does make sense. Numbers do attract viewers, yes. How many demos do you listen to? I don't know. Until I have to leave. If it's for feedback, I would go to the small room, better change to get feedback. What do you mean, Donald? I see you live on YouTube and the chat didn't open for me. I don't know why, so I got to Twitch. First time on your live though. Un saludo desde Córdoba. ¿Córdoba, España o Córdoba, Colombia? ¿Es la otra Córdoba? No, Argentina, ¿no? No, hay una en Colombia. Y hay una en Argentina, creo también, ¿no? Sí. Córdoba, España. Ah, vale. Yeah, what I wanted to say. What do you want to say, Axel? With some feedback on my demo, I sent you. Okay, Butter. I started also after 3 years, but I started off my career. I wasn't constant. Now, latest 4 years, I'm constant, and I signed for labels that I can only dream before. Yeah, exactly. The key here is to be consistent. To be consistent on making music to improve, but also on releasing music. Probably you know that last year was one of my best years on releasing music. I think I released 10 or 8. I think 10, 8 on Spotify and 2 not official remixes, something like this. But this year has been pure shit, just 2 songs because I've been focusing on my studio, on other things, so I couldn't just finish them and change them. I'm also changing my style, so that took time. But what I'm doing now, for example, I have the Dua Lipa remix and I have another song finished. What I'm trying is to try to collect some songs, some finished songs, so it's way later I can start releasing consistently, like 1 every 6 weeks, something like this, release a song, you know. But for that I need some songs finished first. That if there is 10 people, you have more chances to get feedback than 40 people. But they were not really saying this, Axel. Oh, you mean that if there's less people, you open the live stream? Have an euphoric heart hardstyle track. I wanna test it and see how people would react to it. You have more to get feedback if there is a small amount of people watching, but those chances decrease if there's more people. Yeah, of course, but in the end, I also want and need more people in the live stream. You will build a live stream till when? Probably half an hour, something like this. They have a higher chance of getting feedback by coming back next week. Yes, because what they do is, if I cannot give you feedback because time passes and I don't give you feedback, but you've been here, next week if you come to live stream and you say, hey, I was here last week and you couldn't check my song, I kind of prioritize you, but of course I need to remember you, and to remember you, you need to be active in the chat. Okay, Axel, how much time do you spend to do a song? Sometimes I spend 1 or 2 days maximum, sometimes weeks. Well, if we think on the time on the project, lately it's between 20 and 30 hours. If we think on the days I've been working it, maybe it's, I don't know, a lot. YouTube is your primary media outlet after all, so yes, but I don't know. I don't want now to send you back to YouTube. You know, that's what happens. But maybe one day I just do it on YouTube to test it, to see how it goes. And then I decide. I don't know. Okay, another number game. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 30. First one that guess it, get the feedback. 10 hours. Well, if it sounds good, sounds good. It doesn't matter if it's 10 hours or 100 hours. We got it. The number was 18 and the first one is Loris Dorman. By the way, I have to go to the post office to send a t-shirt to one of my Patreon members that have been 30 fucking months with me. That's 2 years and a half being a Patreon member. That's crazy. And I'm sending to these people that have been 30 months an exclusive t-shirt of Wildcrow. Right now, only me, my girlfriend, 2 friends, and 3 Patreon members have it. So only 7 people in the world have this t-shirt. Now there will be 8. I was cooking. Did I miss anything? Yeah, you missed my beautiful face. Okay, let's go.
Future technology.
I think that vocal sounds way too dry. Add some reverb and so. The kick is way too much filter. I hear it because I have good sub bass, but on a phone, small speakers, you're not gonna hear this kick at all. So try to have more mids on it. Right now, what I feel is 2 things. First, well, 3. The kick is way too loud. The bass is basically missing. It would be nice to have the bass to cover space. Maybe I did it later, I don't know. But then I feel like the song is way too empty. There's basically no reverb, no ambient sounds, not enough instruments to cover the space. The vocal chops have to match mid and low mid frequencies. This bass, the don't feel off key, but don't feel like they really work here. I don't know. Maybe it's just personal taste. Now here the vocal chops don't really go with the tempo. are not quantized, and they can be a little bit off, but I think they are too much. The clap, I think, has way too much mid frequencies and not enough highs and mid highs. Also, the attack is not that strong, so I would add the transient processor boosting the attack, and then try to saturate. Not really cute. Try to saturate. Try that first. The highs of it, or maybe add another clap on top. Here I would filter the highs of the kick, just keep the mid and low end to add a bit more contrast and make this part different from the drops. And the idea is not really my thing, to be honest. I don't think it's bad, but I think it sounds really empty and without any depth at all, because there's basically no reverb. Only the saxo has a little bit of reverb, but it's way too short, so you hear it more in the background, but you don't really hear the reverb tail. So I think I would try to work on that and try to cover a lot more space. A lot more. Have I been all the time with the camera? The full camera? All the time? Didn't I show you the screen? Now we saw the sound grab. Okay. All right. Number game. Donald. If you want, you can send me this one for Patreon. I know you are not anymore in Patreon, but you've been there a lot of months. So if you want, send me this one on Patreon, and I will give you more specific and detailed feedback. Okay. You rarely get hard to track to give feedback to. I used to get more in the past. That's true. But maybe because there was a little boom on hardstyle. Yeah, no subscriptions today. I don't know. First of the month, people should have more money. Maybe they want to wait until the end of the month to spend money. It's like, okay, I have some extra money. Let's give it to Wildcrow so he can buy some pizza. We are poor. Guys, where you find the email? If you put exclamation mark feedback on Twitch, you get it. Seems like I'm the only one giving hard dance tracks for feedback. Because Octatones was also sending hardstyle, but now he's more into big room or combining. May not have $7. 7? Where are you from? United States? I don't even have for your Patreon. Patreon is not 5. In Portugal is $7. In Spain is 5, I think. Or even they reduce it to 4. Oh no, they raised it in August. From 5 to 8. No, they raised it in October. Why the fuck everything is getting more expensive, man? I'm still paying 8 euros on Netflix because I got it a long time ago. Otherwise, right now I think it's 12. It's like, what the fuck? The more savings I have, the more expensive gets everything. I hate that. Would be awesome to be the opposite. Like, okay, I'm getting more money and everything is getting cheaper. You know, that would be really cool. life will be easier. Okay, number game. Whoa, a lot of people on YouTube right now. Hey, YouTube guys, what's up? I didn't know you were there. Remember to leave a like, please, so this way the live stream gets more promoted. But well, a number game. If anybody is new, I'm not gonna think of one number. If you guess the number, you get the feedback. And if you're on YouTube, remember that you have a bit less chances of winning because YouTube has way more latency on the live stream and on the chat. So this way, your comments, your number guessed, arrive later to me than the Twitch ones. So you have less chances. The number I'm thinking is between 30 and 60. Between 30 and 60. Okay, we got it really fast. Really fast. The number I was thinking was 35. And the first one saying 35 is Axel. Where are you? Axel, what's your email name? Axel Chauvet. Wow, they raised it to $8 Twitch subscription. This is making it more difficult for me to make money on Twitch. To be honest, I don't want. It would be nice to have the price that you want, you know, like minimum €2 and then you put the price that you want. And maybe I just keep it to €2 or I put 20 if I want to, you know. I think that would be the best. All right. Whoa, what's happening? A lot of people on YouTube. You see now, if everybody on Twitch was on YouTube, it would be the double, and maybe even more people would join. But never mind. Dark Deep House. That's a quite weird concept. I think you need an ARP, like, or like, I don't know, any kind of ARP to give more movement to the song and make it a bit more interesting. To be honest, man, I really like it. I really like the vibes. It sounds so fat, so, you know, angry face. Here I like a lot this synth. And then this. Dun dun dun. It's so good. I think now this is maybe a bit too empty. Maybe try to saturate a bit more the mid-highs and highs of this bass to cover more space there. Yeah, kick is a little bit loud. Maybe not loud, maybe too punchy. Maybe if you reduce a little bit on 100, 200 hertz, I don't know exactly where, you reduce like 3-4 dBs there, it's gonna sound a bit cleaner, a bit less boomy, and you will balance more, so it's not gonna feel loud. Yeah, legend, maybe that could work like bang, maybe just like bap with a lot of reverb, like ba da da, lot of reverb. I don't know, something to cover more space here. I think the clap needs a lot more strength. Add another clap on top with more high frequencies. Maybe use a little bit of OTT to saturate it more, to glue it more. The synth needs to be a bit louder and maybe more saturated also in the highs and mid highs. Really good. Maybe also what you can do is try to have a vocal. You can use vocal 5 for this. And then this way, in these two parts of the drop, you can have the vocal on top. You know, maybe that could also cover the space. I will make the main C like meow, meow, meow. There's one, I will make it louder and try to make the reverb stand out more of that synth. I think this part you only can have it if you're gonna have a vocal, because otherwise, like repeating the same part with the same elements, just the synth is one octave higher, you know. So I think it's repeating too much. But if you have a vocal, maybe it's going to say another thing, or you're gonna add more harmonies here, so it's gonna sound good. I would just go with normal key, like boom, 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 boom. Don't really like what you did here with the snares and so with the kick. Sorry. No, it feels like the drop is not going to come yet, and boom, it starts. Something like tun 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 trrr, boom. You know, maybe a one beat of silence or something. Really good one, man. Really good one. I think it definitely needs a vocal, and the vocal can make it sound 10 times better, apart from extra things I said, you know. But the vibe is really good. Sounds really nice, and I really like it. Good one. Okay, let's continue. Come on, don't stop. Number game. I'm running out of numbers. Intelligent joke. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 25. Nobody yet. No. Yes. The number is 7. The first one saying 7 is Sasa GRB. He's actually a really lucky person, because the last one that sent me an email just 4 minutes ago, and he got the feedback. There's people with, as we say in Spanish, con una flor en el culo. Translation, with a flower in the ass. And that means that you have a lot of luck, you know? Okay, already here, way too boomy kick. You need to reduce around 100 hertz to reduce this ooh type of sound. The hi-hat is way too loud compared to the sounds. Compared to the clap, compared to the synth, to the vocal, to everything. It's extremely loud. Extremely loud, the hi-hats. I mean, it's basically the only thing I hear is the hi-hats. The rest can be good. I think it needs more brightness on the choirs and, well, the vocals and the synth and so. But the hi-hats are extremely loud. I mean, you probably need to reduce 10 or 15 dBs, not joking. Okay, also kick and bass are super loud compared to the other sounds. So basically you need to take kick, bass and hi-hat and do whoop, reduce the volume a lot, and the song is gonna sound 10 times better just with this. Maybe try to make the mid bass a bit more crunchy with distortion or other layers. Furious, I don't know if I got right your question. You mean that somebody that doesn't get the right number can get the feedback in the number game, or apart from the number game, if you can get the feedback? For me, the song is a bit too underground, but even if it has a more kind of underground vibe and usually are more like this, I think you need to add more variation in the song, add more movement, add more changes on it. It's the same all the time. I think you need to add more variation to this song, but it has potential. You just take this and try to improve it. If someone doesn't guess it right, the whole live stream, no feedback. You can get feedback. I've explained this a lot of times. The thing is, if for example you arrive first in the live stream and you send the email, or even before the live stream you send the email, you shouldn't get, yeah, okay, you get the feedback. But for example, if there's a moment I say, okay, in the past I did like, okay, right now you can send the emails. Before, I delete all of them, you know? So right now you can send them. What happened? Maybe 20 people send the song in the same minute. So maybe just because you have a bit of more latency in your internet connection or something, if I go in order, you don't get the feedback because there's too many people. Or if you arrive 5 minutes later to the live stream, you don't get the feedback. I don't think that's worth it, and also it's not interesting for you. Like, okay, if I'm not the first one, I'm not gonna get feedback, I'm not joining the live stream, so I don't want this, you know? I want that if anybody joins maybe even 1 hour later can get the feedback. So that's why I decided to do the number game, because it's way everybody can get the feedback. Also, I make sure that that person is in the live stream, and it's not somebody that just sent the song and left the live stream and wants to watch it later. No, that person is in the live stream and is supporting the live stream. And the only way to get feedback without the number game is subscribing on Twitch. Okay, because it's another way of supporting me, so I give you the feedback. Or as I say, as I said, and as I always say, if you are in the live stream, the whole live stream, you're interacting with me, you're talking in the chat, you're participating and so, and this way I remember your name. If next week you tell me, hey, I was in your live stream and couldn't get your feedback, probably I'm going to be like, oh, I remember you, you were here, I'm going to give you feedback, you know? For example, today I did this, or well, today just I think I checked 2 songs from people without doing the numbers games. You know. I'm going to do it like a random number generator. Come on, I have 20 unread emails so far. Boop, number 2. Okay, ice cold. Your turn. I know you're here, so let's do it. I mean, from one way or another, you always get the feedback, man. I don't know how you do it. If I do number game, you always get it right. If I do a random number generator, you also get it. I don't know, it's crazy. How lucky you are. Feels like old school drum bass from a movie, something like this. I think this part is way too focused on the mid highs and not enough low end and not enough warmth and warmer sound in general. The bass is a bit boomy and a bit too loud, like around 100 Hz. Probably you need to reduce it to reduce the boominess and then reduce the volume. To be honest, I feel like the idea is a bit basic and the sounds used are a bit too dirty and not really a clear sound here. The gig is a bit too loud in the mids especially, and I think too wide. The melody is a bit basic and random, and then it's starting to be repetitive. I like the vibes of this part, but I feel it's a bit chaotic, a bit dirty. But I mean, it's what I always say to you. In F4 Mobile, it's more difficult to mix everything to get cleaner sounds, to get a bit more interesting and more high quality presets. All of this. Thifrios, thank you so much for the subscription. I will give you feedback after this one. A bit too chaotic mix, too dirty and so, but the vibe is really good. Let me see at the end. What they expected. Man, you need to save some money and try to get FL Studio Mobile. You really need it. Thank you so much, Venom, for a subscription. Fuck. And I think Isaac is also going to subscribe. Fuck. I wanted to leave early. Okay, let's open Thifrios and FSV Venom. Venom, what's your email name? I didn't see anybody called Venom or FSB or anybody starting with F. Isaac. Ah, okay. Where's Isaac? Isaac Bradford. Okay. Let's check Cifrios. Is interesting, maybe a bit loud, the zombie sound. A bit too much noise in the leads, a bit too much high frequencies, and I will try to add another layer more for the mids. Maybe super saw just to cover more space, make it that those frequencies fuller and bigger. Ice Cold. Well, the dirtiness was a bit in everything, but usually when make the sound be dirty is the mid frequency. I feel something like off key or a little bit off key on the melody. I wouldn't start like, well, yeah, you gotta keep it like this. Maybe I would start just with the leads already filter here. Whole thing. When you add this creates a it's like when that sounds, it's like everything else is reducing the volume, or that thing is reducing. I don't. There's something weird there. I think maybe you're over compressing over limiting when doing the mastering, or I don't know, something is clashing. Maybe just try to reduce a bit the volume of that sound, and maybe it sounds more natural. It's like, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, the kick is reducing the volume because. Are you using FL Studio Limiter? Maybe that's a problem. Yo, Nautic. ARS. Esos son pesos argentinos, ¿no? Si miras la descripción pone que suscripción, o sea, donación no es prioridad. ¿Vale? La única prioridad es suscripción de Twitch, lo siento. Pero muchísimas gracias por la donación. The volume here gets super reduced. Are you using FL Studio Mobile? That happens, FL Studio Mobile. FL Studio Limiter, that happens a lot with FL Studio Limiter. The idea is really cool. The melody is really cool. I think just what they said about the leads, and maybe here you could have a vocal, maybe a speech vocal. You can do that with AI, for example, but something to make it more interesting, especially in the second break. So this way it's more different from the first one. Pretty cool idea, to be honest. Pretty cool one. Let's check the Isaac one.
We'll go so far as we play.
Oh, I like Ike. You were in the Dua Lipa's remix competition. I don't know if finalist, but maybe semi-finalist. I think. I remember your name.
Giddy up and go, man. Different place, different time. All the stars are in their prime. Pastel trailer park, stars so bright to hide the dark. All is quiet in the yard. Giddy up and go, dust. All the cars turn to rust. You got no means for wanderlust. Pastel trailer parks.
The beat is good, but the thing's a little bit loud.
In the dark, all is quiet in the yard. If you are so frequently in love, if you prefer it all to me, then my love, you go down the longest road to nowhere.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the drop sound and the drop melody. It's a bit of personal taste, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bit too happy, a bit too like commercial type of sound, advertisement sound melody. I don't know. Also, what Legend is saying, like, introduce better the drop type of sound, drop melody, and so maybe in the build up, so this way we know it's more like this, and because otherwise we expect another kind of drop.
Giddy up and go, man, first us down time. It's my life, it's my time. We've been getting nowhere. Go, man, different place, different time. Hold me down, hold me down. Hope will be found. If you are so frequently in love,
Maybe a bit too similar, both breaks. And also, as the first drop is quite short, only 16 bars. 16? 8? 8 bars. 16. Now I don't know. A bit short. Maybe I would make this second breakdown shorter, because you already have this one that is quite long. So it's where we reach the second drop that is longer, way faster.
giddy up and go.
Not a bad idea, as I said, not really my thing, but I don't think it's a bad idea and sounds quite unique, but try to make the drum maybe sound a bit fuller, and so. Guys, I'm gonna end the live stream. As I said, I was going to make it a bit shorter today. Well, in the end, I make it as usual, but yeah, this week as I'm going to work, well, I've been helping people in Valencia for the thing that happened. I didn't have that much time to work, so I need some work. But I want to do a raid today. I want to send you to Mofalk live stream. He's doing production, so I think it's gonna be interesting for you. People on YouTube, I cannot raid you, so it's only for Twitch. But yeah, next week I'm going to do another live stream. Probably it's gonna be the remix live stream. Okay, I'm going to be remixing any song, or maybe just production in general. I'm not sure. I will same day, yes, on Wednesday. I will ask you on Instagram what song do you want me to remix. Says way we do something that you want, or maybe if I'm not really into it, I don't know. I do a production live stream like challenge with you or something. But probably it's gonna be remixing a song. Time like today, same time as always, same day as always. All right, so I'm going to do the raid. I don't remember if I can how to do the raids. I think I need to go here first. This is why I take the this name, raid, and Mofalk music. Okay, so guys, nothing else. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what he said about the raid. And see you next week with another live stream. Okay, thank you so much for being here. And remember, if I didn't give you feedback, but you pay attention to everything I say, you can also learn music production. And then when you make your song, when you're mixing your song, you remember everything I say, you already improve your song without me actually saying it. And that's also way better than if I tell you. Okay, so well, let me see how this works, the rate, because I'm not sure how these things used to work.
Oh god.
Are you reading
Okay,
the
this
rate?
has to be half. Oh god. Oh, that's pain.
Didn't start yet, right? You're still on my live stream.
Okay, like this.
I don't know if I need to end the live stream. Well, guys, if the rate doesn't work, I don't know. See you next week. Goodbye. Goodbye.